Hello, and welcome back again. In this video, we are going to talk about UFC 300 and our probable guesses that what the main event for UFC 300 will be. As you know, that probably we have believed that it would be Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg, and it was even like they wanted to fight, and Zuckerberg said, "Please give me location, send me location."
Send me a message like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me.
And we were like, okay, we are going to see it. And Uncle Dana, who always say, I never do gimmick fights, was it like, okay, I can do this fight because this fight is going to fetch me so much of money. So he was like, he was going to promote that fight. But now we're going to talk about some of the events that are announced on there. Not like we can make a separate video out of that, so I'm not going to do that. So we can make a video about my predictions of what the main event for UFC 300 would be and what I would like it to be, because I really wanted UFC 300 to be one of those events, like those are historic events. UFC 100, UFC 200, all of them are historic events. So we always wanted UFC 300 to be a historic event. So what I want is the return of Conor McGregor, because I think Conor McGregor must have one of those fights where we define legacy of Conor McGregor, because we know as for now the legacy of Conor McGregor is winning the double belts, but his legacy also contains like that beating from Khabib Nurmagomedov. So I want Conor McGregor to have a legacy where he has a fight in the end of his career and he wins that fight, because if he wins and somehow celebrates, he has a crazy celebration going out of the ring, we really want to have that. And ever since although he won against Donald Cerrone, I don't think that was a win of that magnitude, so that he can like Conor McGregor going off to the sunset, his career is over and he has that win. And I really want Conor McGregor to have that win, because like in some way Conor McGregor has redefined this as a sport, and I really want him to have that moment where he just have his moment of retirement, where he wins and he will be like, okay, now I'm retiring, this is my last fight. And who should be his opponent for such a fight? Because remember that I don't think like if he fights Michael Chandler is going to knock him out. I'm so afraid for Conor McGregor, because he's not totally focusing on the fight. He's like focusing on the like politics in Ireland. He's not totally focusing on fights. And I have seen that he's now in like the new drug testing pool in the UFC. He's not in USADA, like, because that's not the testing pool in the UFC right now. So he will have that leverage because he has done so much for the UFC, and I think he must have such fight. And for that I am picking Paddy Pimblett. I think so, because I think Conor McGregor versus Paddy Pimblett would be a huge hit. And not because I really want him to I just want him to win. That's why I'm picking this fight. I mean, like, Paddy Pimblett couldn't finish off Tony Ferguson, and Tony Ferguson is like Bobby Green finished him. So I think Conor McGregor in some way can beat Bobby Green, so he can beat Paddy Pimblett. I really think so. So Conor McGregor versus Paddy Pimblett is the main event that I really want. Maybe it's not possible, but I really want to see that. Another like co-main event or main event, even though I want Conor McGregor to return, but it's highly unlikely that he will return. So the other fight that I really want, that I really would like, is that Jon Jones taking against the new interim champion Tom Aspinall. I really want this fight, and I really like the probability of Tom Aspinall winning against Jon Jones. I was the one who doubted Tom Aspinall. I really thought that Sergey Pavlovich will be able to defeat Tom Aspinall, but it didn't happen. So my prediction is that Tom Aspinall will win this fight. I really want someone to defeat Jon Jones, although I'm a Jon Jones fan, but Jon Jones is taking few shortcuts. In these times of his career, in the late part of his career, he's taking some shortcut. Like fighting Stipe Miocic is a shortcut that you really want to become the best in the heavyweight division, but you're not fighting the best heavyweight of your era, of this era. So you need to fight Tom Aspinall, and I believe that now Tom Aspinall has defeated Sergey Pavlovich, and he's the best heavyweight of this generation. We need to see this Thomas Almeida person, but no, not Thomas Almeida. What is his name? That Brazilian person from heavyweight division, the one who defeated Derek Lewis. I forgot his name. I will put his image. Here he is. But I think this person is also good. Almeida is his name, last name. I don't remember. Oh my goodness, it's not good. But I think he will really. He can have that fight where he can defeat Jon Jones, but he only has wrestling. So I don't know, maybe that ground and pound from Jon Jones can be dangerous for him, but I think Tom Aspinall wins the fight against Jon Jones. He's too fast, like he says. I'm too fast, man. He's too fast. He's just so fast, and I think he's very powerful, although he will have a severe reach disadvantage. Although Tom Aspinall is a huge man, but he has a reach disadvantage against some of these. I mean, his wingspan is not that good, so he will have that thing. He will not have a huge advantage in that regard. So these are the two fights that I really want. If not Conor McGregor, Paddy Pimblett, and if not that, then Jon Jones and Tommy Aspinall. These are the fights that I really want. And this video was asked by my podcast partner, and he wanted me to make this video. What are my predictions for main events? But I made it like what I want from UFC 300. Although the best thing that can happen is Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk.